Hello and welcome to the ULife Daily News. I'm Emily Kelley and these are your top stories. Student loan debt is a huge problem in this country, exceeding the $1 trillion mark this year. Students and their families are finding it increasingly hard to pay them back, even if the student has died. Roswell Friend, a Temple University graduate, committed suicide in 2011, leaving behind $55,000 in student loans that he and his mother got through the Parent Plus loan. The debt was discharged following Friend's death, but now the IRS is expecting $14,000 from his mother, since they still consider forgiven debt taxable income. Unfortunately, this is not unusual. Talk about rubbing salt into a wound. So sad, so unfair. If you're nervous about going to an expensive school and not being able to pay back your loans after you graduate, you might want to consider going to a school where the students come out earning the most. Now, I'm not saying you should pick a school or a major based on how much money you can make, but times are tough. Might be something to consider, philosophy majors. In any case, Payscale.com ranked MIT at the top of its list of students with the highest starting salaries, about $70,000, with Caltech and Loma Linda in the top 3. In religious news, a recent discovery by a Harvard researcher is aimed to shock the Christian world with possible new details about the life of Jesus Christ. Harvard Divinity School professor Karen L. King has discovered an ancient papyrus fragment that apparently has Jesus talking to his disciples about his wife. Of course, it is widely believed that Jesus never married and was also celibate. The document's date and authenticity still need to be confirmed, but King and other scholars are confident it's the real deal. And as they say, God is in the details, and this is a pretty important detail. A 10-member task force has been named in order to create guidelines for how to distribute the $60 million fine that Penn State will pay in the wake of the Jerry Sandusky scandal. The NCAA announced on Tuesday that the record amount of money will fund programs designed to combat child sexual abuse and help victims around the country. The task force will reportedly set policy for the endowment, as well as hire a third-party administrator who will choose which nonprofit groups receive funding each year. Penn State has already created a center on their campus to combat child sexual abuse and is facing at least one lawsuit from Sandusky's victims. With the cost of tuition continuing to skyrocket and the economy still in the toilet, paying for college has never been harder. And since many of us used to rely on part-time jobs and our parents to help us get through school, students at pricier universities may be seeking less conventional ways to pay for school. CNN reports that a growing number of college students are turning to sugar daddy-type websites in order to get their education paid for. One student told CNN that she met her much older daddy on a site called seekingarrangements.com and now gets her tuition paid in full with $1,500 monthly installments. The news site also reports that students have sought out opportunities as human guinea pigs in medical trials or donated their eggs and sperm. I guess in this tough economy, students will try just about anything just to stay afloat. Would you try an out-of-the-box method to pay for your school? If so, what would you do? And if you've already done some, what were they? Let us know in the comments below. As always, for more on these stories and the rest of the university lifestyle, check out ulife.com. For the ULife Daily News, I'm Emily Kelley. Thanks for watching.